Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, I've got a lot left to do, but this is what me and my grandson's been working on all day. I've got to finish the bottom bed, but it's hinged so you can pick it up and open up space in the little room, because this wasn't intended to be a bedroom. But it's never been painted either. See my grandson up there. But I got to finish the bottom bunk the next day or so, and they will both hinge up and stay against the wall so that you've got room in there when they're playing or whatever. And there'll be a TV along this wall once I get all the sheetrock finished and all that stuff, and a window over there, which I've already started marking up. I'm gonna have to move it to the right, but that's fine. So this is a regular twin size bed, and the bottom's going to be the same size. And like I say, these are on hinges, so when you pick it up, the legs stay attached. When it comes down, it'll hit back to the floor. And of course, I got my camper fridge just in there for right now. But I just want to do a quick video and show what I've spent most of my Saturday doing. Me and my grandson went and got the materials and put this thing together, because he got on to me a little while back about when I was going to finish their room. So it's supposed to have been an office, not a bedroom, but I got to put a plate over where the light fixture used to be before I separated this and that closet over there. And I'm going to put a flat panel LED light up here so that there'll be nothing for their head to hit on, and it'll be plenty of bright for the room. We sell them at work, so it's easy for me to get, and it'll mount flat to the ceiling. So just some ideas. I had it in my head on how to do it. I had to keep in mind how thick the mattress was, so that I've got the part down there that it would just set on, and then it hinges out here. So when you stand it up, there's still room for the mattress to go there, but it stood up, and then you gain all this floor space back. And then I'll end up getting carpet done in that part of the room too, because the rest of the house, I've got carpet in the bedroom, ceramic tile in the bathroom. I've never done the back hallway here in the kitchen. It's just concrete, and that's fine with me. But I'll probably do carpet in there since we're turning it into a little bedroom. And of course, I'll have to sand everything down and paint it and dress it up a little bit when I'm done. But I've never seen one where both beds folded up out of the way, so I just knew that's what I wanted for this little room. So I just had to get it set up in my head on how I was going to do that. So it's got a piano hinge all the way across, and both of them are the same way, screwed to that piano hinge, so there's not one spot that it could get weak. That whole hinge is screwed to the framing and the decking, in between the decking and the framing actually, to make it extra strong. And I kind of like it. So it's going to give me a couple extra beds for when my son's here or something like that. I'll be able to, have an extra bed for him to sleep in instead of having to sleep on the couch. Or my other grandkids, and I got one more from my oldest daughter. This is my oldest grandson. He's 10, and I got a granddaughter that's 9. And then they get younger from there down. So I've got 5 right now. And anyway, so my oldest daughter had some procedure done, and she needed a break. So the other grandparents took the youngest one. He wanted to go with them, so the oldest one went with me. He spent Friday night and Saturday night with me, and we decided we were going to finish this bed system. So had to think it out in my head, design it, build it, make it work. And there was a few things I had to tweak, but it works out pretty well. It probably could be improved by somebody a lot smarter than me. But one day I'm gonna get somebody here to finish the sheetrock, and because I don't want to finish it, I want somebody else to. And we'll snatch the mattress out and go from there. Let them work around the framing itself. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. Thank you very much. Remember what I've always told you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. Yeah, and I do have to build a rail for the top bunk so the little ones don't fall off. There will be one permanent on the front side of the bed, or a frame to where it come on and off, so when it goes up it won't hit the ceiling. That's why I had to cut these legs off. I was going to do the rail off of it, but it hits the ceiling, so I've got to do something where the rail can come off when the bed's folded up out of the way. And we'll go from there. Thank y'all for watching. All right, guys, so I had to show you the completed part of it. I still got to build the rail for the top and the ladder for that end, but it's heavy because you're picking up, you know, 2 mattresses and 2 frames at one time, but it folds up with the mattresses in place and sticks out about 16 inches from the wall, something like that total. So you gain a lot of floor space back. And that's going to be for my grandkids when they come over. Or my son, if he's in town and not staying somewhere else. You know, he always sleeps on my couch when he wants to. Well, now there's an actual bed. So I've got to get the rail finished for the top, the ladder, and I'll have to get a window for that space over there. It's going to be smaller than I originally planned, but get some kind of window in here. And probably put another window unit air conditioner through that wall just to keep it cool, because that's what I use in the rest of the house. Can't afford a $10,000, $12,000 system, the one that I want to put in this house. I built it energy efficient with spray foam and all that, and larger wiring than necessary, etc. So there's no need in me putting 15 SEER or even a 20 SEER air conditioner in this house when I could get the one I want eventually, and it's a ducted Mitsubishi. It's going to cost pretty close to 50% more, but the energy efficiency rating on that, once it climatizes the space, is way better. Sometimes double that of a standard unit. So I'm not just, and window units easily run off the off-grid power. So, but I come in here, see if I can pick it up with one arm. Heck no, it takes both. But anyway, show y'all it's done. It is a small room, as y'all can tell. It wasn't intended to be a bedroom. I had the mini fridge over here. I had to move it so I could get down and get the hinges on the bottom. But it's got piano hinge all the way across, as I spoke about earlier in this video. So it's nice and strong. It doesn't have a weak point. And then it's got hinges on the outside of the legs here. So, yeah, there's a few things that could be done better. But with wood, not steel, I probably need 2 legs instead of 1. And it'd be a little bit sturdier. So I could get by with 1 right in the middle, or a double right in the middle. But I just don't like that. I'd rather be able to know that it's secure at both ends. But anyway, this is what I spent most of my weekend doing. My daughter had a procedure done, so my oldest grandson stayed with me. My oldest daughter and my oldest grandson, he stayed with me Friday night, Saturday night. Took him to church with me this morning. And, of course, he went home with Daddy, and Mama stayed home because she's still recovering. So, it's come out good. Now, from this point forward, my grandkids have a place to actually sleep. I'm going to continue working on an idea for a rail, because it needs to be able to come off. Because the top of these boards right here are about that far, about 3 inches from the ceiling when the bed is lifted up. And that means I can't have a real tall rail that's going to stay on there. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to make a little rail to put on it for the little kids not to fall off, and build a ladder back here. So I don't know if I'll get that done this weekend, but it's something for me to do later at least. So I appreciate you guys watching.